Hi, welcome to my tutorial on how to do physics in PMD editor. Um, First off, you're going to want the version PMD editor 0137C. I provided a link in the description with the password for the link. I would recommend no lower version. I don't know about higher versions since I do not have a higher version than this. So I do not know the controls. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that you probably know about body physics, like the basic body physics, or static physics, hopefully. If not, the head physics is normally a circle, and these are just what I choose, which is a square. And then the cylinders. The cylinders are going to be the basic shape that the way that I do it actually creates it. It's just its selection. But I'm going to show you first for the hair. If you see this strand of hair right here for the bones, I have the first bone connected to the head bone, and that's going to be a major part of it. First of all, I have to select this row in order of which way it goes, and then I go under E right here, then go down to B right here, and then go down over and down to here, X. Press yes. Joints. And first off, I'm going to fix the physics, because the best shape for the hair is a circle, and so I'll just first change these all to a circle. And then in this box right here, I would recommend changing it to 0.3 or 0.30 or 0.30. Oops. And that'll give you this. Also, change this box right here. I think it's friction or something. 0.5 or 0.5 if you want. And also group it. One last thing before you're done with this strand. It would be the mass. And I have 6 in this row. So I think I'll just go from the bottom up. So 6 would be 1. So basically it's on the opposite direction of which these numbers go in. So 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't always go from the bottom up. I just thought it would be easier to show you that way instead. You can always go the other way. Now I go, and also the bone, the joint. It's not normally already connected there. Sorry, I didn't explain it, and I just did it. First of all, under A, because I have the bone connected to the head bone, I would make this the A, the head physic, and then B, the physic that the joint is actually on, which is bang R1 in this case. I'll save it, and then click on MMD, and I'll show it in MMD. Just waiting for it to load. Programs tend to take quite a while to load on my computer. And see, I have bang physics. Here, they're quite flowy. I didn't fix anything on the physics that did this. It's actually because of the amount of bones I have on there. And yes, it just curled up into the head physic. It's kind of stuck there until I move it. But it's because of the amount of bones I have, if you see, because I have quite a bit. Okay, so I'll do the rest of the hair, and then go on to something else, to the next part. Again, make sure that they're all in order, and also actually don't select the hidden bone if you didn't already realize. It's not necessary. It doesn't have anything rigged to it. There shouldn't be physics on a hidden bone. Only 3DCG does that. And I don't know why. And then click that again. More stuff. I'm going to fix the physics first. And do basically what I just did with that. The bow tail physics, however, will be different because they're not technically a part of the hair, but because it's so close, it should actually stay a cylinder, so it's smaller and doesn't bump into the others as much. It will still, but it's so it doesn't create so much problems. So yeah, just basically doing what I did before. I'm going to change these ones to be a little bit smaller. Okay, now I'm on the bow physics, so I'm going to change these. I'm not going to change the shape. I'm just going to change the size, and I'm going to change them both to 0.1 so they can be as small as possible. And then, of course, the mask thing as well. And I have to do what I did with all these other joints. With this one though, I'm going to be connecting it to bang R1 because this piece right here, I have connected to here instead of the head physic. Just so you know. Bang 1, bang head, bang 5, head, bang L1, head, ponytail 1, head, ponytail 7, head, bow 1, head, bow 4. Now let's test that. See how well these hair physics turned out. Again, things take a while to load and I can't keep it open because it's way too laggy. Hopefully no issues. Of course it has an issue. I'm just gonna save as. here. Whoops. I'm kind of a little bit half asleep, so I'm gonna tend to forget things, probably quite a bit, during this tutorial. Sorry. And also not really replying very quickly either. Okay, should be good now. Yep, there. Now they're all nice and flowy and desu, and that one's stabbing her face. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's going to move a little bit, but that can't really be helped with the things that are hitting it and things. So that's not too much to worry about. But if it's like spazzing like really badly and stuff, then you should probably fix it. Okay, onto the dragon tail. This dragon I did rig to here, just so you know, so I'm going to put it there. I'm not sure if you would ever want to like rig a dragon like this, and how you would rig it, but this is just how I rigged it. So everybody has different ways. So I'm gonna put it onto the upper body, simply because of the place that I chose it to be, and I'm gonna go fix the physics. I'm gonna choose this. I'm not sure if it's going to work completely, but I would think that it would. And I think, no, I didn't. Okay, good. 4, 3, 2. I'm not going to test the dragon tail because I have to finish the skirt before I can actually test the dragon tail, because otherwise it's going to be basically pointless. Well, now I'm going to do the skirt. So, as you should probably know, I would think, the skirt and that should be with this, the lower body bone. Hopefully you know that. So I'm going to have to connect all of these, the first ones, to here. Like for the physic, not the bone. Like I already have it connected for the bone. Save time, just do this. I would recommend at first don't do this because you might screw up. I don't know what would happen. Just, you might. Can't guarantee it. So I would get a little bit comfortable with using this way before you just keep do that automatically like that. I'm going to make these all the same. General skirt group is 7. For a normal skirt that isn't cut like this, sometimes I would make what I would call rainbow physics with the skirt. It actually kind of helps because it's actually doing different groups for each layer of physic. So like the top layer, and then the next layer, and then the layer after that. I'm not going to add that into here because this thing isn't the same, and that actually shouldn't be changed. Oops. So I'm going to do a box because that's normally what it is. I'll put 1 as that thing. Whatever it's called. No, it's too tall. I'm going to put 1.1 for the height. It makes it quite small, so it won't be spazzing too much. And because it's quite far from the legs, it actually shouldn't be too much of a problem for this one. But sometimes it's not recommended that you do that, depending on how much it decides that it wants to stab the legs. And then I think I'll put 0.7 for the length. Okay, so there's the skirt. Now we have to do the joints. Lower body. skirt F1, lower body, skirt FR1, lower body, skirt BR1, lower body, skirt BR1 again because it's just mirrored, and then lower body, and yeah. Okay, so I have the skirt done. Need to test it now. Make sure it works. Surprisingly, my PMDe editor wasn't very laggy when I still had PMDe open. Didn't mean to. And this thing is being stupid. If it ever does that, it's best to check over your physics, make sure that they're all good. Well, it was fine before that. It's gonna be something with the skirt. Or the dragon tail. Bound to forget a couple things. Okay, open PMDe again. The next thing I'm going to show is the yo-yo after I make sure that the skirt physics work. The yo-yo will be the last thing before the preview. Yay, it worked. It's actually supposed to be puffy like this, so don't worry about it being all like just puffy, like because of other physics and stuff. It's working pretty good. There's some slight movement here because of the tail, but that can't be helped. Well, if I try to deal with the skirt physics, it's just going to get worse. So I'm not going to bother, and I've already had this issue with that snow becuase, so I'm not going to try. It's good enough. So there, that's the skirt. The skirt's fine now. And again, the basic shape for it is normally a square, and also the normal group is 7. You can change it if you want. I just prefer to use 7, because that's the normal group that most people use. Okay, so now we'll do the yo-yo. Because this yo-yo is right close to the axis, if I were just to turn on physics without moving the yo-yo, it would spaz. So I'm gonna have to move it before I show the physics. And I'm actually just gonna close PMDe again. Select all the bones again. This is the way that I would do it for things that don't need to be hovering, but also aren't connected to any of the body parts. I would normally add the bones, but what I'm going to do is with this first joint here, I'm just going to delete it. It's not useful, because I'm going to make this a static physic. This one right here, it'll be just a static physic. You don't have to, when you delete a previous joint like that, but you don't delete the physic that's there, you don't have to worry about connecting the joints. And I'm going to actually change this to 0.5. Because since bigger gap. And also change this to 0.5. I'll make this group 6. Now, I'm going to do this from the bottom, because I don't know the number. was lazy. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Okay. All my physics and stuff are done. The joints should be fine. I don't have to deal with the joints for the yo-yo because of what I did. Just waiting for PMDe to load. That yo-yo isn't really spazzing that much. Oh, I don't think I admitted I made that Physic. That Physic isn't a static. Oops. Okay, now as you can see, it's kind of spazzing. Bring it up. Don't mind those random lines, it's just the invisible bones doing weird things. I can fix it. There we go. Yay. Yeah, it's working fine. Kinda not as good as the rest of it, but it's good enough for the yo-yo. Okay, well, now I'm going to show the physics finished, and I actually hope that this tutorial made sense. The motion I'm going to load is the usual cherry blossom front. It's a good motion for testing models because it has jumping and stuff, and it also moves a lot. It's not very good for like camera-wise because it doesn't have a camera, at least the one that I have. But here's the model, finished. But thank you for watching. I hope that this helped. Any of your questions with making physics? If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask me, and if you feel like requesting a tutorial, don't be afraid. I'm not sure if I'll know how, but I'll see. But you can always ask at my DeviantArt page, XXNeko Chan of Doom XX, or my YouTube, or just down in the comments. Yeah, so this model will be released. Also the download link to the PMDe editor I used is down there in the description. And yeah, she's I hope that you use her. I worked